Oh, what do you do? Alright, I wonder if I have chocolate all over my face. Got all over my teeth. That's not cute.
What? Chocolate on your face?
That's better. I used the camera for a mirror.
Oh.
It's my birthday tomorrow. I can do what I want. Hi, welcome to my tube. My name's Marge. I'm a Hilk empath. I just like having these little talks on the way I feel about things. Tucker's over here, cute as can be. Benny's back here. Just zombie dog. Oh, Luna got in the kennel here. I didn't freaking secure her line earlier this evening, and it was like after they ate and all the freaking trailer cats, outdoor cats. I call them the junkyard cats. Because everybody just throws their junk everywhere, so it's like living in a junkyard almost. Anyway, but freaking Luna, the cat came up and because it wanted its food, and then freaking Luna took off after it, and freaking she was gone, and I was like, oh god, because there's glass everywhere back there. There's like, because freaking dipshit junkies, that's what they do. They just freaking throw bottles, and they just to hear them go tink. And drunks and junkies, man. I tell you what. Oh, and I know that because I was a drunk. I didn't care. I thought I cared about people, but not to the. I never could legitimately, authentically care about people until I removed that from my field. I can't drink. I'm one of those people. I drink, I die. I drink, I'll end up in another country. And I'm not really worried about what mom's doing. You know? That's the kind of person I am when I drink, so I don't drink. So today was a good day. I'm going to be 47 tomorrow. Whoopee! Yeah. My house looks like a florist. Those.
You look young for 47. Mom.
Thanks, Ma. You look young for 70, Ma.
Well, thank you, Marge.
There are those. Ma had a little rough patch, and then there's these. Ma had a little rough patch this afternoon. She gets a little melancholic around my birthday. I used to, when I was a little kid, because I knew the story of my birth story, and I was that little weird kid. When I was born, they cut Mom's uterus in half and took one of her ovaries. I was just like on repeat anyway, and she didn't get to hold me until I was 3 days old. You know? And I'm still that little weird kid that just regurgitates the same thing. And
That is your smile.
thanks, Ma. I got Mom's smile. So today was a good day. I got these last night. I got 2 more of these. I love these things. Freaking REI can suck my dick, but these I like. There are more of these that I got. The little pyramid lights. Yeah. They're stackable, and they recharge in the sun. Freaking, I can't stand REI, but that's where you get them. But I like these lights. I guess if you went directly to Goal Zero, Crush Light, Chroma, you could probably buy them from the manufacturer. But I got 2 more of these yesterday. And the hat. I put the hat on Ma. Ma, can I show Ma? Can you look at the hat on? Can I show? Let's see. Wave. We on the same. That just cracks me up.
It's the hat.
It's the hat.
It's the way.
The garden hat. So we're gonna share that. We'll split it up. Oh, and this is kind of a cool story that happened. Well, it's a follow-up, but I'm still gonna call it and consider it a birthday present. Because it's happening my birthday week, so anything happens that I get excited about, I can claim anything I want, confounded. So, Ruth, a few weeks back when I got my license plates for the van, I got disabled license plates, and like you can mark off all the stuff that you qualify, like the stuff that you qualify for. And I have like disabled veteran, but I still park far back in the parking lot. Even if they offer like front row parking, I'm like, nah, I'll pass. I'll give it to someone that needs it because I like to walk. And so anyway, I was putting my plates on at the post office, and I just got them, and a nice woman named Ruth walked up to me, and she's like, "Are you a disabled veteran?" And I was like, "Yeah, I was in Operation Iraqi bullshit and blah, 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 and nobody cares." Yeah. And she's like, "Well, I care." And she's like, "My name's Ruth," and she's like, "and we make quilts for veterans." And she's like, "I'd like to get one to you."
Really?
Yeah, right? This was a few weeks ago, and she's like, "I'm going to have to, you have to, I'll sponsor you in this, and I gotta ask you a couple questions, about your service and stuff, and things like that, and Benny, get out of there. No, check it out. So she called today, because she called Saturday, the day before Easter, left a voicemail, and I didn't really feel comfortable calling her back on Easter, because people have family. So I waited, and I called her back, was it yesterday? Day before? Anyway, and she got back to me today, and she's like, "Well, we can present it to you, like, in your front yard, with your family and stuff like that, They have it." Or she's like, "Or we could present it to you on the 4th of July at a ceremony downtown in the town square." And I was like, "Ooh, Benny." No, I undecided, so he's decided. Come here, lay down. He's doing it. They're all starting to get their little old man loops. They all got everybody's patterns and cycles, and dogs are too. And they get into they start getting into a mindset, So yeah, so 4th of July, I'm like, I don't even know I got this blue camouflage bow tie I'll wear. She's like, "Well, some people wear their service dress." I'm like, "I'm not going to do that."
Some people wear what?
Their service dress uniforms. I'm like, I'll wear my Heyoka uniform. I'll wear my freaking orange pants and my freaking, bright blue shirt with the white little itty bitty polka dots and then the camouflage bow tie, Because that's my uniform. So that was really cool. And I got to tell her about Opal Fox. Because I never had a quilt before. Nobody ever made me a quilt. I go over to people's like houses my whole life, especially in the Midwest. They're big on quilt. It's just like quilts everywhere, and I'm like, I never got a quilt before. So Mom's not a quilter, and we never really. And then, but she knew Opal Fox, and Opal Fox is the first woman that worked on the Shasta Dam, on building and the construction of the Shasta Dam.
Yeah,
She's
the first woman.
Yeah, she went in and said, "I don't care where you put me, just give me a job. I'm a hard worker."
Yeah.
And she was. She came from Arkansas. She's a great story. She has a great story. Well, Mom was like a daughter to her, so Mom ended up with her quilt. But that's Mom's quilt, I mean, I use it every now and again, but it's starting to wear. So I kind of want to like retire it because it came from such a special woman. And so I kept thinking, man, I sure would like a quilt. And then, like, Jessie's a boater. She knows people that they do quilts for veterans and stuff like that. And I was like, man, that's really neat. And then this woman freaking approaches me in the parking lot at the post office, and I get my quilt, and they're going to present it to me on the 4th of July at the town square.
Really?
Yeah. And they're like, do you want your mom to come? And I was like, well, Mom can go if she wants. She has the option. Just knowing Mom as I do, I don't think that she would like it. I don't, because of all the people and the crowds, and they'll probably still have you wear a stupid mask, Yeah, I'll bring my gas mask. I brought my own mask. I'll wear this one. Here you go, guys. So, I did that in Oregon when this first started. I wore my gas mask to the flower shop. Yeah. So
I think that went over well. No.
Well, a mask is a mask. I think they're all equally stupid, as far as I'm concerned. Anyway, so mom, and she's like, "Is there any other family you'd like to go?" And I was like, "Nope." I'm like, I'm pretty. I said maybe if somebody could record it, then I could show mom.
Yeah.
And then she won't have to worry about going, because she always wonders how the dogs are. Wherever we go without the dog, I hope the dogs are okay. It's like the whole time. So she said that her husband would record it. So I'm so,
That's nice.
I just this whole week I'm gonna probably cry. This whole week has just been so good. It's just been such a good week, and I've been thinking, it's been a long, hard 4 years. And I was telling Ma today, I'm like, Ma, it's like God said, you know what? You made it through. You made it through. I knew what my astrology was going to be. I knew I had choices, and when I jumped off the wagon a few years ago after being sober for 13, 14 years, I came to a lot of realizations. No, you're not going to get in his ear. Go lay down, baby. Mom got a new pillow today, too. Mom got a big old fluffy pillow today. There. Dog wall. Ow! Ow, sorry, Lou. You okay? I gotta take that door off because I always run into it and it freaking hurts. It doesn't need to be on. I just gotta find my pliers and... Anyway, what was I talking about? But, there is times that, like... Mom, we've always just had enough. We've always just gotten by. By the grace of God, we've always gotten by. But there are times in Oregon, it was just like, there's 1 month I didn't pay rent. It's not because I didn't want to. I didn't have... It's like they cut my... It was just a bad deal. Anyway, but I also didn't have running water for 3 years. We didn't have running water for 3 years. And it's just, it's been hard. And it's because I had to go through this course, so to speak, spiritual course of how to learn how to completely rely on God and put my faith into God, deflate my ego. I'm not going to get rid of my ego. I need my ego. My ego, if I didn't have my ego, I wouldn't do these talks. I mean, ego has its place. But mine was so big that I was one of those people that was like, well, I run my show. I can make whatever I want happen. And I was cocky and arrogant about it to the point, I believe. And God put me in my place. And Mom and I are closer for it. So, it's like this, it's like, because for me, and a lot of other astrologers, I just track astrology. I'm not, and I wouldn't say I'm an astrologer, but astrologers consider Aries in the spring equinox the beginning of the year, the new year, and it's always the new year to me because it's around my birthday. My birthday. I'm a spring chicken, and for me, it's spring every year represents new beginnings, and to a lot of people, new beginnings is just they don't see it. People aren't seeing it. I was really sad to hear that pockets of truth, pockets of the future, pockets of his young daughter took her own life. Young, like I don't know if she was 20, maybe 20. But these kids are too young. It's just like there are things to live for, and there is joy to be had, and you haven't lived all there is to live at 20 years old. And people don't, and then, but he was, and that's the thing. It's like I worry about the people that don't know how to articulate their feelings and their emotions, and don't know how to convey themselves and express themselves. Like I saw something on Facebook. It was an article. There's a young kid. I think it was the first time he was like 16. It was the first time he traveled by himself on an airplane, and there was a lot of turbulence. And he turned to the adults in the chair next to him, and he said, "This is," and that he made the same declaration I did. "This is the first time I fly alone. My name is so and so. I'm 16, and I'm really scared, and I just really need you to just talk to me right now." And they did, you know. And I see people in the store that I can feel it. They just need somebody to know that they exist. They just need that connection right then. One human spirit, one human being connecting to another human being on a spiritual, intimate way. And those little things are what's going to make the earth better, when people want better for their neighbors, because they see, and it's contagious. I don't know, I can't put my mind around these people that have so much money and they just let their money sit in the bank, because it's like all the blessings that have been bestowed on me this week, I just want to freaking go out and just buy like 4 or 5 tents and then go find some people, because there's people out there that are homeless all over the place, and give them a tent and maybe a sleeping bag. What are you doing, Mom?
I was just looking at
They're I put a pillow up between them because Tucker was licking his ear. He was going after ears. Pillow wall. Anyway, so. And ultimately, I would love to have freaking a place where people can come and just crash out and just freaking come off fall off the planet for a while and just recharge your batteries and just be, eat some good food, sit around. Well, I don't know how many fires there are around here. I guess fire seasons are bad around here. But sit around and freaking crack jokes and, tell stories, and that's really what life is all about. So all these people, I don't know. I'm reminded to say that to remind people, because people are going to get hostile. This energy in the next few weeks, because people don't know how to handle energy, and they do it wrong. So there's a lot of people that are just not going to know how to react, and they're just going to be plain right hostile, and just, either turn the other cheek, or, it's just, I don't know, nothing's worth it. Nothing's worth it. Nothing's worth it. Unless you got to defend yourself, of course, but defend yourself, of course, But when I went to the freaking store this morning, I got annoyed. Because Because sometimes I feel like I get picked on. Because sometimes I get picked on. From just wherever. It's just, And I know, and I go through the line, and I pay for my stuff, and the little round woman that comes up to me, and she goes, "That didn't ring up." And she's looking at my transaction on her handheld device.
Oh.
Right? And she's like, "That didn't ring up." And I was like, I looked at her, and I was like, and I looked at my receipt, and I'm like, trying to remember what it said on the price tag. But I couldn't, and I was like, well, that's quite all right, because I am a person of integrity. And because I'm a person of integrity, I will go ahead and purchase that item right now, even though I'm not treated. That's what I said. I just ruined it. I said I'm a person of integrity, even though oftentimes people don't treat me that way. That's what I said to her. I said, now I'm going to go ahead and ring that up. And I rang it up, and and I looked at the price, and I looked at my receipt, and I was like, well, what do you know? It's the first thing I rang up. You can go ahead and cancel that there. Good day. I'm just like,
There's all kinds of people,
It's like there's plenty of other fucking shady people in this world. But see, people look at me and they see wicked. They see the most disrespectful person I've ever known. Next to your ex-husband that gave you herpes. Whatever. Anyway, the way people see me, they have been telling me who they are my whole life. You are this, you are that, you're lazy, you're this. People have always told me who they are because of all the things that I am. They are looking at the things that is most like them that they can relate to. Because they ain't all the other things. You know? Right? And I'm all the other things. Mom says people get jealous. And I have a hard time with that because I don't get jealous of people because of how they look or things they have. I have in history, I let that stuff go years ago, but I have because I always worked in like these environments where men were like IT. I was a mechanic in the Air Force, flight line support. You know, I always worked in these man-dominated jobs, right? And I knew what fucking slothful, freaking dirty mouth, disrespectful scumbags they were because if they loved their wife, they wouldn't talk the way they did about other women and whatnot, right? And when they go away on their TDY, it's okay. What they don't know about doesn't hurt. All that shit I don't want to know about, right? But with them, it's like they got a good family, but these guys are freaking D-bags. Same thing in IT. I'm just like, I always saw these freaking D-bags that had these like good lives, you know? But they were D-bags, but the truth always comes out, so, you know. A lot of them you can tell that they're just, you know, they're living a lie because they're all freaking round. Everybody's getting round. We're all the people that like to dance and get in shape and have a good time, like physical, good stuff, you know. Because, a lot of people are letting themselves go. Hopefully, they'll rein it back in. Hi, Andrew Johnson. Hi, Beauty's Q. I'll be looking for that new video tomorrow. You were cut in half? I had my appendix out later, Andrew. That's wild. That's wild. Thank you for the birth. You're on the 19th, so you're on the cusp. You're Aries Taurus cusp. I'm right smack in the middle. My brother's a cusp. Mom, are you a cusper? I think you're on the cusp too. The 28th? No. Sagittarius? No. I think you're more in the middle. I think maybe I don't know. I have to look. I don't know them all by heart. So, Ahmad, I'm going to send you a picture when I decide. I got it narrowed down to 2 pairs of which I'm going to decide. I decide I'm going to get, and I might just get them both. Who knows? But I'll let you know what shoes I get. I got a gift card from Soul. I can't remember what it's called. Soul. I want to say Soul Planet, but it's SOLE. And it's in South Africa. It's kind of a cool thing. They use like a bunch of recyclable stuff. And the shoes are cool. This is going to be the first, like, besides dress shoes for like interview outfits and stuff like that, this is going to be the first pair of shoes that I get that isn't a pair of Vans in probably 20 years. Really, no joke. I got like 60-something pairs of Vans. Did you? That's really cool. I'll have to check it out. I'm new around here, so we got a lot of exploring to do. But so far, the weather's been kind of nice. And I'll be thinking about you on the 19th, Andrew. I will. I tried, like, to get him to stick. I'll write it on my calendar. Andrew Johnson's birthday. He's in the UK, I believe, Ma.
Really?
Yeah.
That's quite a distance.
Yep. If it's the same person I'm thinking of, sometimes people, no, I don't, yeah, I think that's him. And because you haven't seen your uncle in a year, and your dad, they were sick. Your dad and uncle, I remember that. Um, yeah, a lot of people have a crazy, crazy, crazy birth stories. And then some people, it's just like, "Meow," they come out, and that's it. I'm like, really? I entertain Ma too. Oh, I've been trying to not. I only did one set today because I haven't been mad about anything. So I've been going in there. No, actually, I did 2 sets. But I've been trying to do sets when I have extra energy. I do 25 this way, so I do 100. One set is 100 with the 20-pound barbell, and I'm little, so it's gonna make my muscles get big. Oh. I can't believe I'm gonna be 47 tomorrow. I used to think Mom was mad at me because before I was born, she was all, whole and stuff. And then after I was born and then they did that to her, that changed like her whole chemistry. Really freaking messed her up. Caused a lot of problems for her. And they did that to so many women. They did that. They're still doing that to people. Makes you wonder what they're doing with them extra parts, These are the storylines people are going to have to get used to, because whether it's true or not, and I believe it all to be true, because I remember how old I was the first time I saw a snuff film, so I've always known that they existed.
A snow cone?
Yeah, snow cone Ma. So, I know the darkness of what people are. I've seen it. My hip pops. Anyway, I know what evil is. I know what absence of spirit is. I know what all this wickedness is, and other people know what it is too. They just have listened to other people that have benefit from these evil grossness, and so they've been manipulated to not believe in themselves. And I want people to come back into the belief of people that we're just instruments, dude. We're all instruments of God, and how we blow our horn, how we, treat people, how people feel when they're around us, because we don't make people feel any kind of way, But however, if we're trying to add to a situation or take, people used to accuse me all the time. I'd get frustrated because I'd be thinking in my own little world, and the way my face went. They're just always, what's your problem? Because they always had a problem. But I wasn't having a problem. I was just deep in thought.
You've always been that way.
And I'm just like, well, now I got a problem because you're freaking bothering me. People always put their stuff on people, and I really try not to. I just like to share here, because this is my life journal, my diary, And I wonder if when I incarnate, because I don't think we necessarily incarnate in I'm not going to die and then become back, in line, because people I could be come back in my next life as somebody that was on the Titanic. See what I mean? Because it's just a life library, and we just all freaking switch around and have the same experiences from the way I look at things, and I kind of look at it like everybody I meet, I'm going to incarnate as them, because we all incarnate as one another, so you got to be good to each other kind of thing, because you're going to have to be on the other side of that one day, but I always have a different way of thinking about things, but my ideas always seem to make more sense than all the other crap that was imposed upon me. The stuff that I never memorized. Oh. So. I got a neat, I thought it was thoughtful. I got a gift of lavender stuff. Bath stuff. And it occurred to me today, I'm like, I think I got this. I'm a little slow sometimes. I think I got this because I said in one of my videos at one point that I was kind of sad. That's why I got all the flowers and stuff. Because when I lived in Omaha and in Oregon and stuff, I planted flowers. I love flowers. And so this is the first time, and they actually had lavender outside when I lived in Oregon. And when I lived in Omaha, I had it in the backyard. So I was like, man, this is the first time I'm not going to have lavender around in like 13 years. And so they got this lavender basket. And that's what we soaked. I soaked Mom's feet in some of the bath salts. And I have a big thing of the Dr. Boner's lavender soap. So I put that in there. We soaked Mom's feet. Thank goodness, man. Staying on top of everything is freaking not always easy to do. She has a little sore in the back of her foot. I think it's the way she rests her. I think I figured it out, but she's not gonna wear socks tonight. And I put some of this on it. So you just gotta. I'm always preaching about like, cause we brush our teeth every day, you know. Okay, time to brush teeth. I'm kind of like a stickler about teeth and making sure her feet are clean. She doesn't like getting in showers and stuff like that. But and so we got workarounds. So we soak feet, and then I can like make sure her nails are all trimmed and stuff like that. But her socks were too heavy, so now we have to shift to the spring socks that are in summer weight stuff because we're in higher elevation, and now that you know we're a lot of her moisture, she will excavate through her feet. So we gotta adjust and modify, and always try to stay on top of stuff, you know. It's not easy. You get ish too. I've gotten ish. I go to the bathroom when I'm like 3, 4 years old, 5 years old, you know, in a restaurant, Bob's Big Boys, whatever, you know. I'm gonna go to the bathroom, you know, go. And I already hated going to public restaurants for this reason. And so I go in the bathroom and like coming or going, somebody would stop me and be like, "Hey, are you in the right bathroom? Are you a boy or a girl?" And I'm just like, fucking what? And then so I got to the point that I, like preschool and stuff, I wouldn't go to public restrooms. And so I would hold it. And then I'd wet my pants. Yep. So if you want to know why kids are wetting their pants and stuff like that, there might be more to it than what's going on, you know? You know, there's always something more. There's always a reason why people do stuff. You just got to figure out what it is. Anyway, I think I've been running my mouth. I think the chocolate high that I got from I was gonna get a birthday cake from the store, but then we got one in the mail, and it's a chocolate ganache cake and ganache. Yeah, it's that silky, thick icing. It's a style. You had some earlier with your ice cream today, and it's wow. I'm like, I don't know who am I gonna give some of this cake away to, because it's a lot of cake. It's like this. I'll post pictures of it later, but
It's real smooth.
it's freaking good. It's just a lot. Anyway, so today was a good day. Talked to Mr. Iskey. He's on the pillow right beside you, Ma.
Oh, that's good. No.
Yeah.
I thought nobody lost him.
You know, he likes to mix it up every now and again.
Yeah, he likes that big pillow.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, your dad had Parkinson's. I couldn't remember which one it was. I knew one of them had cancer and one of them had Parkinson's. I think Parkinson's. I think it's all the same. Parkinson's. It's just it's neurologic, huh?
Who had cancer?
A young man, Andrew. A young man. He'll be 45 on the 19th.
Is he still alive?
I believe so. He didn't say if it's passed. I hope not. I hope they're all still alive. What's his name has had Parkinson's for freaking 20-something years.
Who's
Michael
that?
J. Fox.
Really?
Yeah. I have his first movie, Midnight Madness. Anyway, he was like 15 in that movie. Anyway, it is 1919. 1919. So that's 7/20. The 8th of April. And then PETA was on earlier.
Who was?
PETA, they're in Australia. And it was like tomorrow. Or it was yesterday. It was today, yesterday. It was yesterday, it was tomorrow. Well, I'm talking in past tense about how it was future tense because, okay, say it was right now, so tomorrow in Australia, if PETA was on right now, they would be like, it's tomorrow, like 11 a.m. There, yeah, or something like that. So, anyway, just hang tight. That's about all I got for now. I thank you all for stopping through and sharing the love. What's that? Mom enjoys my talks too, I think. So I'll be back tomorrow because it's my birth to Earth day. I'm super excited. And I did look at stuff for planting. And then I talked to Mr. Iskey. Jessica, Mr. Iskey's my farmer guy. He's like my dad in Omaha. And he's my longest. He's the first friend I made in the aid shop. So I've known him for 21 years now. Wow. Anyway, so I got to talk to him today, and so we were talking about the seeds and stuff, and it's just like
You were talking about what?
the seeds, because Jessica sent me some seeds that I'm gonna plant a garden, but I'm gonna put them in pots, and because there's too many critters and shit around that will freaking there's like hedgehogs all over the place and stuff too, and that's hopefully the cats will help keep those away, but I don't think cats give a shit about bok choy or whatnot. I don't know. But I'm going to give it a go. I have actually a gardener's book in there.
You should look at that.
Now that I remember, I wonder if I actually hung on to that. See, I can't think about all the stuff that has been lost along the way, because that's just stuff 3D, or that stuff can stress me out, and I just got to remember that we can't take anything that we carry along with us, even our loved ones, you know. We can't, you know, we'll meet them on the other side, but, like, we can't, none of, like, all the physical stuff and everything, you know, so I can't get too disheartened when I think about, you know, like my king-size bed, and all this washer, dryer, you know, all the stuff that I worked so hard to accumulate, because that's what people told me that I needed to do to be a success, right? Have all these things, but I don't talk to many of those people today. The kindest people to me, the people that are kindest to me, are people that I've never met. Yeah. Thanks for hanging out. It's about all I got for now. Hope you have a rad evening. Peace.